Welcome to Knits in the Cabin. My name is Kim of Make One Right Knit. And in today's episode, actually, this is my brand new podcast, so I have to say that. In my very first episode, I retired my last podcast because it kind of went dormant and I wanted to start fresh. So yes, this is the very first episode. So welcome to my cabin. And anyway, so let's start. So I have some of my finished objects. I have a lot more, but I'm not going to share them all in this podcast episode because we would be here forever. So I'm just going to show you a few and leave those for our next one. And then I have some in progress knits and some acquisitions around me. So we will start there. So my first finished object, I'm going to actually show you my sweater that I finished. I finished this actually quite a while ago. And like I said, all of my patterns are self-drafted. Some of them I have available in my Ravelry store at M1R Knit, but I've actually retired, if you can, from designing knitwear because I just focused all of my attention on my quilts. So I'm a quilt designer, and I find those so much easier to design with my brain, I guess, than I do with the knitwear. I think that is like, wow, it's a lot. So I actually have been focusing all of my attention on designing quilt patterns, and that has been going really, really well. So I'm starting a quilting podcast as well. So if you're into sewing or if you want to learn how to quilt, definitely come over to Extra Quilts. I have the YouTube and my website as well. I have a free pattern you can download there too, a little pot holder. Actually, it's behind me. It's hanging on the wall, right there. So you can learn how to quilt. I even have like a quilt workshop that is totally reasonable. So and it will teach you every step from like first cut to last stitch. Like it goes through everything you can imagine. I even included like hand piecing and hand sewing because I just love them so much, and hand quilting. So if you want to learn all of that, you can go over to extraquilts.com. So anyway, my little rant, or I guess not a little rant, but I'm just so excited about it, and it just, I'm so obsessed. But anyway, back to the knitting. I knit this quite a while ago. So I wanted to knit something that I can wear at night to bed because it gets quite cold. I live in northern BC in Canada, like northern, like we're on the circumpolar north, so it gets really cold in the winter. So minus 30, minus 40. So I wanted to knit something to keep me warm in the cabin at night. So I knit this oversized crew neck, and it's got like a bigger neck to it and a looser gauge, just because I wanted to feel kind of like a blanket, like you're wearing a blanket. So yeah, I knit that. It's a drop shoulder, and I knit this with Drops Lima. It's really nice. I actually am so impressed with the Drops line. I bought quite a few, quite a bit, yarn from there, and I've been so happy, especially the Nord. It's a fingering weight, and it's got it's a blend of wool, alpaca. I can't remember the wool, like if it's Highland, I can't remember. Wool, alpaca, and polyamide. That is probably my favorite yarn to knit with right now, but the Lima is good too. It has the wool and the alpaca in it, and it's really soft. But the alpaca, I don't know about the alpaca, honestly. Like, it's a little bit itchy. I have really sensitive skin, so the alpaca is a little itchy. Like it doesn't bother me so much wearing this to bed because I always wear it over my nightie, so it's not too bad. Like the collar, because I made the collar so big that it doesn't irritate me. But I do find alpaca a little bit, I don't know, like it's kind of like mohair almost. Like I don't know if you can tell in the sunlight, it's pretty fuzzy. I don't know if you can. Like the alpaca makes it pretty fuzzy. And I think that's what kind of irritates me. It's like I don't get a rash or anything from it. I just find like it's long hairs, right? Kind of like mohair, I guess. And I'm not a super fan of mohair. I know I said it, but I find that it's like a little bit irritating, but it's not enough not to wear it. So I'm really happy with this make. It's just a basic drop shoulder construction, and it's like I said, like it's got that loose gauge. It's just kind of like, it's like wearing a blanket, and I love that. I love that feel of like that coziness. So this is one of my first makes that I did last fall, I think. Like it's been a while. So, but yeah, I'm really happy with it. Like I said, I wear this one to bed a lot. And then my next one is actually, I can't remember now. Is this, oh yeah, this is the Drops Nord. And I find it's, again, it has that alpaca in it, but it is a really nice yarn. Like it's soft. It's really nice to knit with, but I do find it a little bit bothersome because of the alpaca fiber in it. But again, it's not enough to not wear it. So this is just like a roll neck, bit of a funnel on it. Drop shoulder with the roll hem and sleeve. And I find that I don't wear this as often as I wear this one, because I wear this to bed quite often. But this one I don't find myself reaching for as much. And I realized that I don't think I really like drop shoulder construction. They don't fit me proper. Like they just look weird. Like when I see pictures of like me and my knits when I'm wearing a drop shoulder, it's just not, I don't know, they just don't really suit me that well. Like I like the raglan, so I usually knit a raglan. But again, this is just a really nice throwover sweater. I wear this around the house occasionally, but like I said, I don't reach for it as often as I do the crew neck. So yeah, again, I knit this with the Nord, and I think this is the beige. I am kind of tempted to frog it and reuse this yarn because I really like the yarn, and because I don't, like I said, I don't reach for this one very often. So I am tempted to frog it and use it in another project, maybe a scarf or a shawl or something else. I don't know what, but I am tempted to frog it, or even just socks. So that's actually my next finished object. My lips are so dry. Are the pair of, this is the Ashwood, I call these the Ashwood Chorty socks. This is a pattern that's available in my Ravelry. It's M1R Knit, so you can go find me on there if you like, but I'm not coming out with any new patterns, but I do have a few in there if you're interested. But yeah, I love these socks. I have knit so many pairs of these, and I just really, really enjoy wearing them. So these were the very first ones when I was drafting the pattern. I knit these, and they did come out a little bit bigger than what I had, my other pair that I had knit. So I wear these to bed, and they are knit with the Nord, which is a bit of a shame because I do prefer knitting my socks with superwash, because I like to just throw them in the wash and not have to worry about like hand washing all of my things. So, but these are really nice, and ironically, the alpaca in the socks don't bother me at all. So like they don't itch my ankles. Like I thought maybe they would, but they don't at all. Like it's just a really nice yarn. I think it's got, I'm not sure what wool content it is, if it's like a Highland or what, but it's got wool, alpaca, and the polyamide in it. So I just find that they make really beautiful socks. So, and it does feel like I made another pair, a blue pair with the Fable Drops Fable, and that is a super wash fingering weight, and that wool or that yarn does not feel as nice as the Nord. The Nord is just really, really lovely. So I do prefer that, but just not in socks because I'm lazy. I don't want to hand wash everything. But these are just, they're awesome. So I don't know if you can see, but this is like the charcoal color, and you can see that they're like, I don't know if you can tell, but they are quite fuzzy, right? But yeah, I just love these socks. So, and I have knit them like a lot. But yeah, so that is my third finished make, and then I can move on to the next one. Is almost finished, but not quite. I still have the one sleeve to do, but I knit this. Okay, I'm not a fan of cotton, like, at all. Like, I avoid it at almost all costs, but I was tempted because I saw I think, who was it that posted about knitting with it, and I was like, ooh, I gotta try it. I can't remember. Maybe it was Everly Fibers. Hi, Felicia, if you're watching. I can't remember. Maybe it was her. But anyway, I decided that I needed to have a t-shirt for the summer, and I wanted to knit it out of a cotton blend. This is actually 100% cotton, and it's the Lion brand Cotton 24/7 DK weight. And I am so happy with this yarn. It did not hurt my hand at all. Like, when I sit and knit, I'm like, it's like a marathon. And this didn't hurt my hands at all. And it feels just really nice. It's a really soft yarn. And like I said, I just still have this one sleeve here to do, but I'm really happy with it. This is like I just wanted to... Oh, the sun is coming in. I don't know if you can really... It's a beautiful color. I can't remember what the colorway is called, but it's like their brown, kind of like this brown color, I guess. But I wanted to knit a raglan because my other one is a drop shoulder that I knit a while ago, and I'm really not happy with it. It just looks funny on me. Like, drop shoulders just, I don't know. They just look... Maybe because I have wider shoulders, but they just don't... They're not, it's not nice. So I wanted to knit something that was like a raglan construction, so I did. And I'm really happy with this. I have just a little bit of yarn left. I didn't have quite enough to finish this project, so this might stay in storage for a while because it is a summer knit, so I'm not too concerned about finishing it now, but I really, really, really do like that 24 DK. It's really nice. And then my next object, which one? I'll show you this. Actually, I've got another sock that I've been working on. Again, these are just all self-drafted patterns. I'm not going to have the pattern available, but I did want to share. So, like I said, I've been on a sock kick since like, I think like last spring or something. Like, I'm really enjoying sock knitting, but I did want to have like a 2x2 sock, and I used actually the base of this pattern, the Ashwood, and then I just, you know, did 2x2 all the way down, not on the back though, like not on the foot or anything, so I don't like stepping on texture, but I just kind of wanted like this simple sock that I could slip on, and I like the sorry, I know it's kind of silly, but there we go. You're out of the sun. I did want like a 2x2 sock. I was watching, I think it was an older podcast episode of those twins that knit, and she was knitting something similar. I don't know what's wrong with me. She was knitting something similar with a 2x2, and it was just a basic sock. I think it was kind of similar to this color, actually. And I just wanted to knit that, so I did. I still have the other one to do because I've been working on a different sock pattern for my daughter, and I'll show you that right now. But this is just knit out of a superwash. Well, it's a sock blend, so it's superwash and polyamide, and I think I got this from this yarn. I hand dyed this, so I think I bought the base from Knomad. They have really good bases, by the way, if you're interested in like hand dyeing your own yarn, which I do. It's enjoyable. So, but this is the other sock. I will grab it. So my daughter really wanted a pair of socks that are like the blue and the cream. Oh, the light is like terrible. I'm sorry. You can probably see it back here better than closer because of the light's coming in, or the sun's coming in. But I went into Stitch Fiddle and I wanted to create a little flower motif, and it's super cute. Like I put in her stitch number, and then I created this little repeat pattern, and I did 2 rows of it. So like there's 20 rows total. And again, I used my Ashwood sock base to kind of do it, but then I realized after I knit the second row, or the second, you know, like motif, I realized that I knit them in the wrong direction. Wow. So the flower should be up here and the stem should be down there. And I didn't realize that because I was having so much fun knitting them. So she's like, Mom, it's fine. They're cute. So maybe I will turn them, invert them for the other sock. But anyway, it's been so much fun to knit these. So yeah, again, this is just hand-dyed yarn, so I can't even tell you the colorway, but it's the Knomad Superwash sock blend with the polyamide in it. But I really like it. Like, I really like this yarn. It's from one of my favorites for like sock yarn. So if you're interested in hand dyeing your own yarn, I do recommend the Knomad. So not sponsored or anything. I've used it a ton and I really enjoy it. So yeah, that's my other sock. And then I started on another roll because I wasn't happy with the roll neck on this drop shoulder, and I was like, I want another roll neck, you know. So I whipped up a pattern for, oh no, did I lose my stitches here? No, I didn't. Okay, I whipped up another pattern for, oh, I just dropped it, but that's okay, for a rolled neck. And that's how far I've gotten. I just split for the sleeves, and it's a raglan top down. So like I said, I really like the raglan construction, and I am so basic. I love being a basic, you know. Now, like, I even find myself like reaching for like basic soap, like original soap smells and stuff lately too. Like, so stockinette really has my heart. Like, I just want to do solids and stockinette like all the time. I just really enjoy it. So yeah, so this is like it's got 8 inches of positive ease. And I knit this with Lion Brand's worsted woolies. I actually really like this yarn. It's really nice to knit with, and it's durable. So this one is going to be my farm sweater, like going out in the winter and feeding the animals and stuff like that. Like, I don't want to have to worry about it pilling or like even felting like at the armpits and stuff. I wanted something so durable, and I find that this yarn is really durable. Like, I have a cardigan that I have like worn for years. It is so ratty now. Like, it is just because I have worn it all the time. It was like a security blanket, and I literally lived in it like forever. I love that cardigan so much, but it is so ratty. So I'm like, I need to knit something that doesn't look that bad. Like, it is to the point where I wouldn't even like donate it because it's pretty bad. But so I wanted to knit another something to like hang out by the door, so when I go outside I can put this underneath my winter jacket and or even wear it to bed, whatever. But I wanted another roll neck, and I like that. Like, it's like, I think it's like did I go 4 inches or 6 inches for the roll neck? I can't remember right now, but super, super basic, super easy, and just so enjoyable to knit. I have actually quite a few of the Lion Brand colorways in this because I do like it for home decor as well. I find that the yarn is just really durable and affordable, so you're not worrying about it, you know, getting damaged or anything like that, because a lot of like the things that I knit with the Lion Brand, I abuse so bad. Like, so I wanted something that I could, you know, not worry about, you know, wrecking anything, and I can throw in the washer and dryer and not even think about it, which is lovely. So yeah, that's my next project that I have on my needles lately, aside from, you know, socks. I do want to try, and maybe leave a comment and let me know if you've ever tried this yarn, but it's the Folcolana. Am I saying that right? Folcolana? Folcolana? I'm terrible at pronouncing things, so don't come at me. But yeah, I really want to try that for socks. So I found one that has like the polyamide in it. Fingering weight, I can't remember what the line is. I can't remember, but they have some really beautiful like colorways in there that I'm really into, like earth tones and stuff right now. So I just want to like do all of the earth tone things. They're just beautiful. So anyway, I really wanted to try that yarn for socks. They have like the fingering weight, and I wanted to get some and try it just because I love the colors of that, their colorways in that line. So yeah, if you have ever used it, just let me know, and let me know if it's like durable or if it's, you know, worth buying at all. So yeah, and then I found, then I found a shawl that I had worked on like quite a while ago. I was writing a pattern for it. I'm not going to do that anymore, but I found it again. It's like one of those projects that you lose and then it pops up randomly and you're like, oh, right, yeah. So I want to finish this time. It is a shawl that I've been working on for like, I don't know, forever. And I really like this green. Like it's like this earthy, mossy, olive green. Again, this is like a Lion brand. Is it, I can't remember which line is it. If it's the basic stitch or, I can't remember. It doesn't matter anyway, but yeah, I'm really excited to start knitting on this again because I found it in my knitting bag when I was going through all of my my fall stuff, and I was like, oh right. So I definitely want to work on this and get this finished because I'm excited to wear it. It is like a loose gauge, pretty holey actually. Like it's a very loose gauge and this fun, very easy design. Very basic. I'm totally into basic, but I'm excited to get that finished and actually wear it. So I do want to get some, maybe some, like double Sunday scar and double Sunday, and knit like a shawl with that. I did buy a pattern from Andrea Mowry. I think I'm pronouncing her last name wrong. Forgive me if I'm not. I just love her. Anyway, and I think it's a satellite. I haven't even opened, I bought the pattern and then I hadn't even opened it. So I really want to try that, but I'm kind of intimidated because it does look pretty intense and I am so lazy when it comes to knitting. Like I just want to sit and knit stockinette lately. Like I know, but it's like so great for your like mental health, I think. So, and I don't want to be stressed when I'm knitting. I just want to knit. I just want it to be like so basic and easy. So that's what I've been enjoying anyway. Okay, and then my last, what else do I have? Oh, I have one more in progress. I just cast it on last night. And I'm going to make, like I drafted a pattern for, I literally just cast it on. And I'm using the Nord, Drops Nord. I love this yarn. Anyway, I discovered that I had enough for a cropped, more fitted cardi. And I was like, yes, I am knitting that. So I drafted the pattern and then I was like, I'm just going to cast on and try it out. So I'm really excited about this. I wanted a long sleeve version, just a cropped with like 3 inches of 2x2. And then I haven't decided if I want to do like a double knit for the neckband or just like a 2x2. I'm kind of leaning towards a 2x2 because I just love basic, but I do love the double knit. It's just, I think it's my favorite cardigan finish. So we'll see. We'll see when I get the majority of it done and then I go to do the neckband and see where we end up with that. But I'm really excited to have this and wear this winter. So I started on a short sleeve version this spring and I was using the beige and peach with the stripe, and I did stripes, and that is beautiful. It's working out so nice, but I had to put it away because it was like it was just too springy to be knitting in the fall. I know that's kind of, but it just didn't give me fall vibes. So I was like, okay, I'm going to put this away and I'll work on this in the spring because it's going to be a short, like a more fitted, I hope fitted, if I did my gauge right, a fitted like short sleeve on it. So yeah, but I'm really excited to start this project. So, and I'll just show you some of the wool that I have that I was kind of thinking about acquisitions, and they're all socks, by the way, but I'm really into, like I said, I'm really into like earth tones and like maybe jeweled colors, you know, like a dark burgundy and browns together and stuff. So I went looking in my stash and I had dyed up some brown. So I really want to do some, I can't remember what the pattern is called, but I do have it in my Ravelry like cart, and I think it's the Quilty cabin socks. I think that's the name. I really want to make those because, you know, like I'm obsessed with quilts and traditional blocks and stuff. And so I actually found another cardigan that was mentioned that uses the quilt motif, that was mentioned in It's a Sarah's podcast. No, was it? Was it our podcast? I can't remember. I've been watching like knitting podcasts lately when I'm working. I think it was hers. I can't remember now. Anyway, so she found, no, it was Nitty McPurley, I think. That's the podcast that mentioned it. I think that's the podcast. Anyway, but it's like a cardigan with the quilt motif, and I was like, oh my goodness. So I saved that in my Ravelry too because like I just loved the colors of it and obviously the quilt motif. But the earth tones in that cardigan are just stunning. So I've also saved that, but I can't remember the pattern name or the designer. I'm sorry, I apologize. I'll try to remember and put it in the description for you, but I love that. It's so beautiful and right up my alley. So but these are the colors that I'm kind of thinking. Oh, the sun is like, I have to be like right back here. So this is like a speckled I did, and this is like kind of like a coppery sienna warm brown I'm really into, and then just a cream. And I thought that this would look amazing in like that cabin quilty sock pattern. So those are kind of like my next project. I just have to buy the pattern and whip it up. But yeah, so I think that's it for this podcast. Thank you so much for joining me. And like I said, go and if you're interested in quilting and stuff, I'm going to start a quilting podcast over there on my Extra Quilts channel. So go check that out. I have lots of quilt patterns. I think I have over 25 patterns in my shop there. So you can go check that out if you want. I'll leave links in the description for that as well, so you can check that out. But I'm so happy to be back and talking about my knitting adventures with you, and I really hope that you like this episode. Give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I'd be so grateful. Thank you so much for joining me, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye now.